going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Yeah, wheels going round and round. Yeah, and we rolling through your town. Yeah.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the one and only Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley since 1905. We are your first source for mediocre, below average sports coverage. Glad you're joining us this morning. My name is Chill. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you just see me and Opie. So if you're listening on the air, it's an Opie and Chill show to start. Hight is en route, but who knows when he'll be here. But the bus stops for no one. And some of us, not me, but some of us have to be at work and have come to be here. So we got to get this show in, but we do appreciate you joining us. Got a lot to talk about. All-Star game coming up. Who's going to start? We'll talk about the Braves All-Star players and some more sports talk. We got to recap our vacations as well. So glad you're tuning in, and let's see who is here with us this morning. As I said, it is the one and only, if I can find, there he is. Nothing like just a mood changer right there, huh? He is sitting to my right. He looks like chewed up bubblegum with his shirt off. Nobody dries out a brisket. I almost said biscuit. Quite like him. He loves his blow dryer. His head is small and his face is fat. I'm talking about Matt Opie Hightower.
I will dry out a biscuit too.
Dry out a biscuit?
I will dry out a biscuit.
Dry biscuit's probably better than a dry brisket, though.
You kind of expect it.
Yeah.
So it's good to be here today.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bud. I appreciate you. You know, apparently it's hard, and we talked about this a little bit off air as I was frustrated, you know, and for those that have listened over time, it's going to be something we've rehashed several times, but
so it's a bus tradition.
I just can't figure out, as a grown-up, as an adult.
Well, let me stop you right there. As a grown-up.
And an adult. I mean, we're speaking about Law and Hight. Law, no show, no phone answer. Hight, no show, no phone answer. Calls after we've repeatedly called him. Calls just a minute ago. Sleepy voice, wasn't he?
Very sleepy. Accidentally. He probably accidentally called. He probably didn't even mean to. And
said he's on his way. So the show's allowed to be over before he gets here, but we're not going to tell him any different. I honestly hope he gets here as the show ends.
If you ain't at the stop when the bus comes by, you're going to get left.
You miss. And but I just can't remember the last time, and obviously we're not making money doing this. It's not a top priority for some. I mean, it's a good time, but still, it's a commitment. You said you'd be here. Hey, wake up that morning, shoot a text, I'm not coming. That's better than no show.
Don't take much.
Just don't understand as an adult, again, how you just can continually do that. Well, we got to bring out a chopping block. That's the only next step. We're going to bring out a chopping block. But yeah, man, glad you're here. And let's dive into. We'll start with our vacations. And you know, me and you, I know, went to Daytona. You were at Daytona about a month, but I was down there for this past week. We got back yesterday. Grass, I mean, tall as could be. Had to cut it twice. But did get to play a little golf. Went out to the LPGA course and played. Same course you and Adam went and played. But when y'all went and played, it cost how much?
I think about $85.
$85. And when Chill went and played, it was $105 for some reason. And before...
Must have charged you by the stroke.
I actually played well, believe it or not. You have to ask Jelly. I actually played really well. And we played against... Me and Jelly have an annual tradition. We played against my dad and Jack Mosley. And we took them to the woodshed while we were down there. But... You know, my dad and them, they get the place we stay in for vacation. You know, they'll buy some of our meals there. And so, you know, I felt it's only right for me to cover his golf. And then when I got up there and said I got two, and they hit me with 210, I was thinking.
Like, no, just two.
No
just
range balls. No range. Did you get me for range balls? Like, yeah, I guess 210 it is. So, but man, was it fun. And Big Kev told me to make sure I didn't say this on the show. So I feel like that means I got to, don't it? But it was humid. We teed off at 6:30, and I couldn't imagine teeing off much later than that. It was real humid, and by the time we got to the turn, you know, after 9, it was probably, I don't know, let's call it 8:30. Big Kev's stomach was grumbling. He had to hit that restroom right at the turn. You know, LPJ is a super nice course.
Super nice.
No air conditioning, outdoor restroom.
That's tough.
Kev was disheveled, came out shirt untucked, just looking like he'd just been through a battle in there. But
Ain't no way those drawers were on straight.
No, might not even been on period. He might have trashed them. Could have trashed them. But a lot of fun there. And staying in Daytona Oak, July the 4th, always a big celebration down with the Hill clan. And Opie had told me that he was coming down. Opie was down. We're probably, let's just call it 5 miles from Opie where he stays. And he said, yeah, I'm coming down on the 4th. That was the plan, coming down there to eat hot dogs on the beach with y'all. You know, just a big good time. And here comes July the 4th.
Well, you're leaving out some details as usual. So we didn't really have plans other than, hey, I'm gonna come hang out on the 4th. I told you that a couple days ahead of time.
That would be plans. That's right, what we call plans.
But we didn't go into detail. You didn't really seem like you really cared if I came or not, whatever. So, and then you literally moved 5 miles away from me after I started coming to the hotel y'all were staying at. But anyway,
it was a condo, not a hotel. And Big Kev, that's on him.
That's true. Yeah, the whole family moved.
Yeah, really, the whole community,
except for Miss Helen.
Miss Helen and Mr. Jack still there. But the rest of the community.
Yeah, just picked up the whole town and moved it down the beach 5 miles. But so we had some other friends down there, and Amy was orchestrating some hangout time, and she never hangs out. So I was like, okay, chill.
Got to go with it.
Chill, and then we'll be there on the 5th. No big deal. I texted Chill, and I said, hey, I'm probably going to come over on the 5th, not the 4th. No text back, no acknowledgement of that conversation,
I wasn't happy
whatever.
Well, you know how it is when you're on the beach. It's hard to get to the phone a bunch.
It's not. I was also on the beach.
Yeah, but you don't have little kids. I was having my phone's in my bag because I'm just working down there.
Dude, I saw you at the beach. You didn't even know you had a kid.
That's false.
But we, eventually got there on the 5th. Well, go to hang out on the 5th early morning. I'm like, hey, I'll be there to put up my tent at like 8. You gonna help me? Well, actually, I won't be there till after lunch.
Why is that?
You were playing golf.
Yeah. Well, I knew you had already played LPGA, and you didn't probably want to play it again.
Well, I would have loved to play. Huh. I would have loved to, but that's okay.
You didn't make that clear.
Well, I didn't even know that y'all were playing. I thought we were hanging out on the beach, but it all worked out. Amy dropped me off. I got to have a play date and then get picked back up and go back home.
No help in the we like to play golf on the beach. Got a hole down there, and we actually had a lot. The tide was so far out. We had a lot of beach to work with, and me and Opie ended up scrambling a few other people, and Opie was minimal help to me. So
I'm not good. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not good.
Not good at putt.
And also, I was trying not to get hauled up at the time.
Well, you were. You were still getting hauled up.
Completely abandoned my family at the beach to go hang out with y'all. So I was taking a little bit. I wasn't even getting fussed at, but I was scared I was going to get fussed at. It was like, when you beat a dog and then like you just kind of raise your hand a little bit. That's where I was at.
You were the dog.
I was dodging.
Well, you just didn't help, and you were getting hauled up in your ear, and it just.
I made a putt or two.
Yeah. So, man, I always love really get some good eating down there at the beach. But so did y'all? You went to Holes.
I lived at Holes. I probably have never eaten so much in one vacation.
Now you do it differently than most, or I would say most, like myself. When I'm down there, we're getting groceries. We're going to eat out of, let's just say 6 or 7 nights, we're going to eat out 3 probably. And the rest we're going to eat in the room. We're packing lunches every day. Meanwhile, the Hightower clan, the Opie Hightower clan is eating out every meal.
Well, every dinner. Amy doesn't like it. She wants to eat sandwiches all the time. And I'll eat sandwiches for lunch.
There's nothing better than a turkey sandwich on the beach.
I love eating sandwiches for lunch. But at night, I come down there. One of the best things about vacation for me is eating food. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to get my money's worth on the seafood. And boy, did I.
Is Holes the one? Is that?
Holes is number one.
Just never let you down.
It's just always good. Their crab, I'm not even a crab cake guy, but their crab cakes are unreal. And we will eat crab legs. When we first started going down there, we would eat out like maybe a third of the nights, and then it got to be more like half the nights. And now I'm just telling Amy, this is me now. This is what I do. And if you don't have to eat out, I'll be happy to eat by myself.
Plenty of sandwiches.
Plenty of sandwich meat. I'll go get you some more. But I'm going to eat some crab legs, and I need you to help me crack them.
Does Does Hull's, you think, does it give you that extra because it's attached to the Hull's Fresh Seafood Market? Just makes you feel like, boy, this is as fresh as it gets, right?
They caught this today.
Today,
This
fresh out the Atlantic.
Just took it off the hook.
Hull's is good. We went down. Shelby taught me in the Garlic is a restaurant we go to every year down there with Jelly and Whitney. There'd be a crew of us. Like this year, I think it was 12 of us. We don't take our kids, and you know there's going to be a wait at the Garlic. It's just understood. In the month of July, you're probably going to hit with a wait. And there's this big old, they've got it set up where they're going to make money. It's a big old outdoor area where there's an outdoor bar. I mean, there's just all this stuff that they keep you entertained while you've got that long wait. So it's nothing to wait an hour and a half. I mean, you just know that going in. Well, we get there at 6:30. Name goes in, and they said, hour 45. Okay, hey, that's 8:50. What's that?
What time did you get there?
6:30. Quick math. 8:15, right? Yeah, 8:15. Sit down. I was hesitant on that. So, I'm like, okay, that's a little late for me still, but I'm here. I'm chill.
It's fine.
I complain every year about being here to all my friends, so it's a running joke that I'm always unhappy there. So I was like, I'm not going to be that happy. Well, after the first 20 minutes, I realized how humid it was out there. It was hot. I mean, we were sweating pretty good, and so then. Getting close to 8:15, rolls around. The girl that put our name in runs up there and checks in. It's going to be 45. 45 more. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So now I'm thinking that's 9 at the best. Like, this is not good. So the guys had kind of migrated out to the edge of the parking lot because parking there is absurd. Like, you just can't find anything. And me and Shelby and Jelly and Whitney had driven my mom's, like, the newer Trailblazers, where they're tiny. It looks like almost like a Mini Coupe. It's kind of what it looks like. It's a little bigger than that, but the spot opens up. So Jelly's like, I'm finna pull. So we ain't got that far to go afterwards. I'm like, all right. So he runs across the parking lot, gets our car, pulls it up there. Well, it's 15 feet from the hangout area. You can see everything. So then it crosses our mind. Just the guys are standing out there.
Hang out in the car.
Let's fire this AC up, see what it's talking about. So next thing I know, there's 5 of us packed in this thing, AC on black. We're getting cold in there. It's so cold. Girls got no clue. They can't see it.
Where y'all are.
They just assume we're out there talking. So I'm sitting there thinking, man, when they turn this corner, we're going to get. So 9 o'clock rolls around. We send one of the boys in. Hey, we got to get an update. It's probably close to another 45. Okay, I'm about to lose my mind. It's because now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Cold inside the car, hot outside. Finally, it's close to 9:45, 10 before we get seated. Well, the restaurant is indoor/outdoor, so like there's open spots everywhere. Well, we're sitting inside, but it's not really inside. The thermostat's on the wall set to 74. It's 86 degrees, so I'm pouring sweat. Had to paid $140 for me and Shelby to eat a steak. Sweated all over it. Ate half of it. Miserable. So I mark my words, people. Never again to the Garlic. And we always go. This is another July the 3rd when everybody who's going to Daytona is in Daytona. Yeah. Like everybody. And so I had words with Jelly and the crew on that, but the Hill family will not be at Garlic anymore.
So it's a little odd, but I got it worked out, man. So I go to the restaurant. I sit at the bar. There's always a spot open at the bar. I order a beer and an appetizer and then place a to-go order for me and Amy. And I'm back at the house eating it in 30 minutes.
And really, no matter how long it takes, you're good for a little while.
I'm good. I'm going to eat some oysters or some shrimp. I'm going to have a beer. And I'm going to watch some sports on TV. Maybe chat up a local person beside me.
Meet somebody. Network.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go back and eat on my balcony. And it's great.
Where are you at as far as the beach goes? Are you like, how many hours a day could you spend? Are you an all-dayer on the beach? Or
I could be. My family is not. We're very pasty, pale people and get sunburned very easily, so we have to reapply quite often. And we try to avoid like 11 to 2. Just I call
prime
it
UV.
The devil's sun, as I say.
Prime UV time.
And, it gets kind of hot down there. I'm not down where we're at, the tide comes in and out so hard. It's hard to put up a tent and just stay in one location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and the rest of my family doesn't like being down there all day, so I just don't bother putting up a tent. So it gets hot.
Yeah.
We'll go up.
So I'm like a 4 to 5 hour, and that's a max.
Yeah. We'll be down there 5 hours throughout
tops.
the day.
Yep. And so Some of my friends, they're there, 10 to 8, 7, however late they can stay out there. Where I'm more as get down there, I'm good with 10:30 to like 2:30, 3. I'm ready to come up because I want to go eat, and I know that during the first week of July, if we're going to eat, we need to leave the room about around 4:30.
If you can get there 5:30, you can get.
That's right. Well, we were coming back from the Garlic, and Jelly and Whitney were riding with us. This was just because I'm an old person. They always tell me I'm old, like the way I act, and Jelly's mom and them were down there this week, so they were talking about how they were coming. It's his mom, his mom's sister, and her husband, and her sister and her husband are both like 80, and so it's just them. They're Jelly and them were going during that week, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't really know why they come to the beach. All they do is they get up, they go walk on the beach at like 6, they come back, drink coffee for like 3 hours and hang out, and then go at 4 o'clock and eat somewhere." And I'm like, sign me up. That literally, I can't think of anything better. Get out early, no sun, drink coffee, and sit in air condition. Go eat. I'm all over that. So, all right, we do have some sports to talk about. We did have to recap that, but we got some Braves baseball to talk about. Bronny James got drafted. I know we're a couple weeks late on that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Keegan Bradley is Ryder Cup captain and some other things. So y'all make sure you stay with us. We will be right back.
New year, new financial goals? Whether it's saving, investing, or planning for the future, we've got your back. Visit Bank of Dudley today and let's make 2024 your year for financial success. Bank with confidence at Bank of Dudley. Since 1905, member FDIC.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 per month, you literally can't beat it. Visit them on the web at www.j2streaming.com. Proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
For all your HVAC needs, please call Elite Comfort Solutions. We specialize in commercial and residential HVAC. The number is 833-483-HVAC, and the website is www.elitecomfortsolutions-inc.com. Call for a free quote today.
Big Peach Car Wash, coming this April, across from Walmart on Highway 80. I hadn't washed my truck in 5 years. I'm breaking that streak this April.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. We are here for segment 2. Got Opie in the building, Hight en route, but who knows when he'll be here. So, but one way, we came home yesterday from the beach, like I said, and this will end our vacation talk for this, but stopped at Chick-fil-A in Kingsland to grab lunch on the way home and put an AC in the back seat, help her to get in, and my wife's exhibition shut that door. That finger still in the door frame right there. And I can't think of the last time I did that when I was little, but you talking about hurting? That finger getting slammed in that door, I snatched that thing open, let out a quick yell, and still a little tender today. But I was going to ask you, 1, has it ever happened to you? And 2, what's the worst?
Probably, it hasn't happened to me since I was probably 8 or less. A little bitty kid. I pretty much will grab the handle and shut it. Pretty careful about that.
I had a lot going on.
The most recent thing that's happened was I was cleaning my pit boss, and it's got a large hinge door that opens up and just kind of sits on top. And I was cleaning it pretty vigorously and had my right hand up on top while I was cleaning with my left. Thing closed on it, snapped that thing right across the finger. That was pretty tough.
Hey, come on in.
Come on in.
Oh, we've been filming. Yeah, I hope he's got to go to work. Got to get his headset back.
Trick headphones. Welcome. What after a brief hiatus? Get that? Hiatus.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Adam Hightower to the set.
Man, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
We're in segment 2. Obviously, at the beginning of it, we continue to rehash, how as adults you just don't, the whole thing, the whole spiel about not showing.
I get it. I'm just gonna wear it, man. I got nothing. I'm sorry. It's on me, which is obvious. It's on me.
Yeah. So
the good thing is Adam can be like, man, at least I got here before law.
Yeah. Well, he's got law by ways. But to the finger thing, I can remember when I was little. You remember the Astro vans with the sliding door?
Yeah.
We were at church. Family had got out. I was the last one. They had already walked off a little bit. Doors locked. Slammed that sliding door.
Couldn't get it out.
Could not get it open. Panic, scream, about lost some fingers. They came running back, so.
Sound like show was struggling. We're talking about slam fingers.
Well, we're getting into sports now, but you know how it is. Nobody really wants to hear a two-man show.
25 minutes in, we're about to talk sports.
I get it.
But we had to kill some time. We were trying to kill time for you, you know. So, but now that you're here, I do have something I've got to. We were going to sports. We are going to sports, but this has been on the docket for a few weeks that a fan has asked me to bring up now that both of y'all are here.
Okay.
Loyal listener,
right.
important person to the show.
Okay.
And he said, and this is him. This is him.
It ain't you.
It ain't me. This is
You
him.
didn't start that spot.
Just
I
the
didn't start
moderator.
it. He shot me the text out of the blue. So
It's amazing to me how every time somebody outside the show reaches out about it's always to do with me. Like I'm always getting heat.
Dude's
So here we go.
He's so self-centered. It's about us, but
about-
it's about him. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, he's sitting here 2 minutes about him. All right, so
Show immediately got better.
he said that you claimed when you went fishing or whatever, that was one of the first times you'd been to the river fishing.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said, how can you be the pride of Buddy Johnson Road and have never been to the river?
Well, Buddy Johnson.
And what he said is he knew that Opie had been to the river several times, and so should Opie be the pride? That's all I'm saying. And he actually told me to do it in the intro, but you weren't here, so there was no intro.
I'm a little disappointed
I
in
have
this.
caught some legendary fish at the river.
Here, I would
Again,
have expected.
not me.
I don't know whoever this was, but whoever it was, I would have expected a little more substance in this. You know,
Well, but that's a big. You are the pride. We scream it every day.
but Buddy
and he
Johnson Road is not associated with the river.
But when you
Whoa.
think Buddy Johnson, you think river.
I don't.
I don't either, but
I do.
I mean, when you think East Side, you think river.
That's what. And Buddy Johnson,
And
East
just,
side.
if you're gonna
Tell you
be,
what I have done.
if you're gonna be country Hight, you should.
Tell you what, I have done some creek fishing.
Yeah,
There you go.
Well, I'll let him text me and see if that's better. Hey, Josh Cruz, text me and let me know what you think about that. Oh, man. But, all right, let's talk a little sport. So we've got All-Star game coming up. 3 Braves selected. Ozuna, Sale, and Ronaldo Lopez. So one of the questions you posed was, should Paul Skeens, is that how you say his last name? Should he start the All-Star game?
So the question there is, I don't think he deserves to start the All-Star game. Chris Sale and
Lopez.
Ranger Suarez both have better seasons so far, but he's been dominant, and it's basically an exhibition game. It's advertisement for Major League Baseball. So if that's the case, put this guy out there. He's the one that everybody. If you can fill up Pittsburgh's ballpark to watch Paul Skeens, he's drawing a crowd.
Yeah.
So have him face Aaron Judge and the top 3 batters for the American League right out the gate. That's going to get you most viewers. And just go out there and let's let him throw 105 miles an hour and see if Aaron Judge can touch it.
I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen, but I mean, I agree with you. I think that'd be fun to watch, especially as young as he is, so going against some of these vets. But I did see where Chris Sale won't be eligible to start because he's pitching like Tuesday, Sunday, or something like that. But Ronaldo Lopez is the lowest ERA in baseball, so I mean, he's got a case to start as well.
Dude, how about that move to bring him in? He wasn't even a starting pitcher. He was a relief pitcher. I heard that the other day that, we brought in Chris Sale for nothing. I mean, what's the guy we traded away? Second baseman?
Vaughn Grissom.
Vaughn Grissom. Dude's hitting like 118 when he is playing.
Shortstop.
He's playing second base.
He was shortstop for us.
He was a bad shortstop. He's a second baseman. He's absolute mud over there. Not going to be any good. Chris Sale has revitalized his career. We traded for Ronaldo Lopez, believed in him, changed him to a starter. Now he's got lowest ERA. I mean, could not have worked out better for us.
One thing we're going to learn, Double A is going to do B-double-A.
Yes, sir.
And that's back with Rosario. They were talking about that on the show last night. Let Rosario go. Owed him like $9 million. Sent him packing or whatever. Had a crud year. Now we bring him back. He's back on our team, and we're not paying him $9 million.
And, Red Sox are paying Chris Sale's salary this year, by the way, on top of that.
And whenever we got rid of Rosario, part of the filling his spot was Jared Kelenic, who was not having a very good time in Seattle, and now he's red hot as leadoff man.
Batting leadoff, killing it. Rosario will probably come in, hit 270 with 15 homers in the second half for us somehow, and just
World Series champs.
Yeah.
Ozuna in the home run derby too. Nice little nod there.
I'm excited about that. He will get winded. Probably not going to win,
Yeah.
but man, I can't wait to see him hit that thing. He's got one of the most fun swings to watch of anybody else. I like seeing him. He reminds me of Josh Donaldson a little bit.
A guy that I coached travel baseball with was in the minors with Ozuna, and he was telling us a story one time about how they cooked up some kind of, it was a liquor thing that they would put in a crock pot, and it was all kinds of weird ingredients, and then they would put it in their tobacco. So they would like cook this liquor,
flavored tobacco
with all kinds of weird ingredients in it, and then soak their tobacco in it in Ziploc bags, and then play baseball.
Good gracious!
With like bourbon and all. I mean, just a crazy assortment of items like Caribbean spices and all kinds.
Catch a little buzz.
Ozuna does like a buzz now. He has been known.
He's in from the Braves. Huh?
He is in from the Braves. Staying with Braves. It was a cool gesture, or not really a gesture, but it was cool to see Bobby Cox at the Braves game the other night. Looks rough.
Yeah, that's what age do to you, man.
Yeah, 80-something years old, had a stroke 5 years ago, but everybody was super excited to have him there. He's such an important member of Braves history. Everybody loves him, well respected. It's cool to hear people who played for other great managers on other teams talk about Bobby Cox the way they do. Just get excited about how great a manager he was for his players and what a great leader he was, and just always having their back and being a professional organization. And also, they're talking about running the best spring training in the history of baseball. You're out by 9:30 and on the golf course. Come in, get your work done, go to the golf course.
It worked. Recipe for success.
And they were first place all the time. So, but the question occurred to me.
If they'd have worked till 10:30, they might would have won one more World Series. Though.
Too hot. But the question occurred to me: is there anybody that's more important to Braves history, Braves success, one person than Bobby Cox? He was the manager, then the GM, then the manager that set up and executed this.
John Sherholtz.
The run that we had. John Sherholtz came in after Bobby Cox and did a great job, but I don't believe he is more important than Bobby Cox.
If I had known that was going to be a question posed, I could have done a little research. Actually.
We probably talked about it before the show, before you got here.
Yeah.
But I actually did. Early this morning, Chill and I were discussing show topics.
All fair. In our prep time.
Prep time.
What's that? What's that, Chill? What's that, Chill?
Hight likes to do his after show.
To me, the only when he tells us what we could do better. Yeah. To me, the only person who's even close is Ted Turner.
Yeah, he did a lot for the brand.
He did a lot for the brand. Brought excitement to the city. Brought money. And
Ted Turner's. It's got to be Ted Turner.
Put us on TBS. Made us America's team.
Golly,
it's right there.
Hey, you're on a good run here this morning.
Only since you got.
Well, he anticipated being a 2-man show, so he knew he had to bring it.
Well, it takes 2 high towers for some of us.
I've been up since 1:30, so I've been thinking about this a lot.
What a dedication to the show. We got up at 1:30 to study. All right, so we don't have a bus cup today. Wade dropped the ball, but I do have 2 MLB questions. We can decide if we want bus cup or not. It's up to y'all. But I saw these on. Here's what we'll do. You keep up with your own points. You don't need dry erase boards. There's 2 questions. It'll be a first place and second place naturally. So I want to know, what are the 5 most recent Major League Baseball franchise name changes?
Cleveland Guardians.
That's 1.
Exposed to the Nationals.
That's 2.
Braves from the.
Nope. The most recent. The 05 is the last 2 are in 05.
Anaheim Angels.
Yep.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
That's 3.
The Tampa Bay Rays.
That's 4.
Good one.
Do it, Hight. 3-1 right now. You need one, Oak.
I don't think we'll get the last one.
What division?
That's going to give it away, I feel like. But, okay. NL East. Marlins. Florida to Miami. Yep. So 3-2?
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Okay. All right. So that's good. Now, these are going to be quick probably, so we got to keep up as we go. I don't think we did this. If we did, let me know. But name.
I won't remember. He will.
Name the 7 ways possible to reach first base.
Walk, hit, base on ball, or hit by pitch, error, drops third strike.
He's seen this. He's seen it.
Yeah, we did it in the group text.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Sorry.
I count them.
That's right. I had said. Sorry. Okay.
Hey, he saw them too.
Nah, it's just,
He's still waking up.
All right, we'll just go. We'll give Hight first place today. No, we're not. Hight showed up late. We'll give Hight second place.
yeah, that's fair.
Our split.
Matter of fact, don't give me any. I don't deserve it.
That's fair. Okay.
Give Opie first and second place point. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
No take backs.
No take backs. All right. We'll let's take a break real quick on the other side because it is time for our second commercial break. On the other side of the break, we will talk. I want to talk a little Bronny James height, and I want to know your thoughts on that and some other stuff. So y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
Bank of Dudley is proud to sponsor the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bank of Dudley offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bank of Dudley bus. Beep. Bank of Dudley since 1905. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show right here. We are in segment 3, our final segment of today's show. Hight finally decided to join us and bring a lot of enthusiasm this morning, so we're glad he is here.
No brush teeth.
Ooh,
yes.
Got Opie's microphone smelling right over there.
We're going to throw that away.
It's warm.
I'd like to call that dedication, but
Yeah, it's just par for the course.
yeah, so
I normally brush.
yeah. But
Normally brush.
Normally is a strong word. You got those
now he's got a
Invisalign,
Invisalign, he's got to.
You got to focus on straightening them things up. Don't worry about.
Are they
cleaning them.
moving, Hight?
Oh yeah, they moving, son.
How far are we away from perfection?
7 months.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad.
Everybody watch out. It ain't gonna be fair for the rest of y'all.
Oh man! All right, Bronny James. We didn't get to talk about this. We didn't do a show last week. Bronny James drafted to the Lakers with the 55th overall pick. I just want to know what y'all think of it. Opie, you have any thoughts on it?
Insignificant. I don't think about it at all. He's a G League player.
And I think,
But they're significant because he got drafted. I mean,
I think it's an insult to the rest of the league. I think LeBron James has tarnished his legacy, which was I think he manipulated everything. I think he sacrificed his team in order to have his son play with him. Nobody in history of sports has ever done what he just did, and their team was not. I mean, they need good players. They need to improve in order to be competitive for a championship.
And in basketball, there's only 2 rounds of drafts. So, I mean, those picks are valuable.
And I think, it was just a bad move. I think, like I said, he manipulated the situation. He used his leverage he had, and I understand that they're gonna do what they got to do to sell tickets, and but I just imagine whenever it happened, I was like, man, if I was on that team, knowing good and well that we didn't make a run in the playoffs last year, that's the whole point of being unless them guys on the team just don't care.
Well, let's compare it to another person we know who sacrificed their company's well-being to hire their son, Benny Bridges.
That is true.
There's no way they're better off with Jay at the helm.
So Jay can't.
Jay is Bronny James,
and Jay don't like the idea of Bronny James getting drafted. Meanwhile, that's him, and
he is. He's Bronny James with a half-inch vertical.
But you see all the people commenting that are defending it, talking about, you see, what about Jerry Jones hiring his son, or Bill Belichick hiring his son? And but they were also in positions to hire, Benny's, albeit a bad hire, was in a position to hire Bronny. I mean, LeBron's just a player, he's just an NBA player.
Man, I'm not mad at him for it. I would, if it was me, I'd probably do the same thing. If I want to play with my son and I'm the best player on the team, I'm going to do that second round pick wasn't going to help them anyway. But then you got on the other hand that guy for Boston who's talking about taking a pay cut so the rest of his team can be better. He's set up for like $250 million contract, and he's going to take one for like $170.
Bless him.
He'll get by.
That's a lot of money, though.
But that's giving up a lot of money so his team can be better around him.
But that, to me, shows you what LeBron James is. His career is about. It's about him and not about his team. But that's also kind of the way, professional sports is gone. Is people are just, what can I do for me? Which I understand that the owners are going to do the same thing. When it's time to cut somebody and move on, they're going to cut them and move on. So, but like I said, if I were his teammates, I'd be frustrated. Like, why would we not try to improve the roster instead of picking your son? Who and now if I were him, I wouldn't want to play that guy. I'm like, well, people in the locker room are going to be treating me.
To me, Bronny's got it the worst. It puts him in a real bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw some people sharing. It was Bronny James, or somebody had voiced over what he was saying, and he was saying stuff, or they were making it like he was saying, stuff like, y'all don't have a problem with other people giving their kids whatever, and it wasn't him saying it, but they thought that it was him. But anyhow,
thanks for that recap.
The guy, Jerry Jones or Bill Belichick or any of these coaches, giving your family member a position, an insignificant coaching position where you can really hide them and stuff, that's a whole different.
Now, Belichick's on his coordinator.
Was he? Oh, dang.
Defense coordinator.
Yeah.
That's
shame on that.
That's a
G
bad look there.
A G League roster spot is not a significant position.
But here's my thing. It is to somebody, that person that didn't get drafted because he got drafted. Mm-hmm. There's somebody out there that was either second on their board that didn't get drafted, or that would have fell in line to get drafted. I'm sure there's some compensation with that. There's a lot.
And the contract that he got compared to last year's draft slot in that same position was significantly better for him.
What, 4 years and some $1 million?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, he ain't played. He averaged 4 points at SC and ain't played I almost said a down. Ain't played a minute yet, and he's locked in for a 4-year contract.
Well, we've already talked about him too much.
Well,
meanwhile, Jay's out here at the ranch Benny done gave him,
and buying more. Here we come. Got more on the map to get. So Jay deserves it, though.
Reed does.
All right. Staying in the game of basketball, the USA men's basketball team is together, and they're practicing now, getting ready for the Paris Olympics, which I'm fired up about in general. I love the Summer Olympics, so gymnastics and all that stuff. But I know
there goes Ray right there. Bye, Ray.
See you, Ray, headed in. Jay
meanwhile, Jay's still sleeping.
Ant Edwards made some comments that he's the man that
he's number one option. Everybody else just needs to learn how to play with him because he's the best player on the team.
Is he saying that jokingly, or is he saying that?
I don't think he's saying that jokingly, and he might be right. That's a cold take in my opinion. Even if he is right, we need to play together as a team. We're still going to win either way, probably. But
I don't know them. The French team.
You got to think it's also
boy.
It's a bunch of people's. It's Embiid's first time playing on the USA. Steph Curry's first time playing on USA. A lot of first time guys along with him, but he's the youngest player on the team. So that's an odd position to take.
But you can see we talked about here from that playoff series with the Mavericks, that's his mentality. Like, he's got that dog mentality.
To me, if you're anybody else, you just, who cares?
On the team, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of laugh it off.
Yeah. That is his personality.
As we sit here and talk about this, I look over your shoulder here at the USA basketball figurines that you brought in.
The dream team.
Yeah.
92, baby.
And I'm just thinking that none of them guys went out and said, hey, I'm the best player. You know what they did?
You don't think Chris Mullin was?
Jordan probably did.
He didn't say it to the media.
Maybe in a lost interview file.
Jordan, he's probably the guy that's like, if you got to tell people you're the best, are you really the best?
True.
Meanwhile, every time I look at it, I get upset about how much money that thing might be worth a little bit if I hadn't opened the box like my parents told me not to. And I tried to open it and play with them.
Well, that's on them. They should have got you 2 of those.
That's fair.
Let's talk about Keegan Bradley.
Let's talk about him, Oak.
Keegan Bradley was named the captain of the Ryder Cup team last night.
Okay.
Shocking pick by a lot of people.
Oh,
To a lot of people. Shocking.
I'm shocked to hear it right now.
They were. Do you know who
picks
Keegan
it, Oak?
Bradley is?
Yeah.
Who picks him, Oak? Who
I
picks
think
the
it's like a board or something. I really don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
That's
Board
shocking.
at Green Acres.
That's shocking that you don't know.
I'm surprised Adam didn't pick. But they were trying to get Tiger to do it, but he was reluctant to commit to all the things you have to. But I don't know if y'all watched that
Full swing.
Full Swing last year on Netflix. If you hadn't, you need to.
Hight.
I hadn't seen.
This-
I hadn't
you're-
finished.
you're
I
a
haven't,
golfer.
I haven't
You
finished the
haven't-
second
oh,
season.
Goodness. Well, Keegan Bradley was left off somewhat
For Justin Thomas, right?
questionably. He probably earned the spot, but didn't get the spot.
I do remember that
and,
controversy happening.
and just I really had a great attitude about wanting to play for the United States and loving the Ryder Cup and being really disappointed, but handling it with a lot of class. So I mean, I did feel sorry for him, and I did want him to be on the Ryder Cup, and I do want him to be on the Ryder Cup this year. But he would not have been my pick as captain. He's only been on 2 Ryder Cups. He has not been successful either time as far as winning.
He won't play in it then, will he?
I don't think
the captain plays
plays.
in it.
No, but I mean, he's never been a co-captain. Normally, they have people be co-captains and then learn under somebody and then become a captain. But I guess after that showing last year, they just want to mix it up a lot.
Yeah,
and
he's
maybe he
patriotic.
comes in with a lot of passion, but he's questionable pick. And then you got to wonder: is he gonna
Showing Justin Thomas.
Is he gonna hold a grudge against the people?
Who was your pick?
I don't know. It would have been somebody older.
Davis Love, Freddie Couples.
It wouldn't have been Davis Love. I didn't love him. And also, I don't know the circumstances, so I don't want to throw him under the bus because he's probably listening to the show.
Could be.
But I was at an event recently at a conference where he was supposed to be the guest speaker, and he bailed at the last second.
Davis Love?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what they told you. He probably called in early. He probably called
No,
in.
well, I say the last second, like a few days before.
But he did- but he
much
did.
more notice than
But he did let them know.
he did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ahead of time. Yeah.
I mean, I will be fashionably late, and I'm not going to cancel.
What woke you up this morning?
Sheer panic. I just happened to wake up and look down at my phone and it said Hight and all question mark. I said, I better get there. Here we are.
A couple missed calls.
Yes, got no disturb.
No alarm set, or how'd that?
Yeah, alarm went off at 5:37 is when I had it set. Don't know why 5:37 was the number, but that was it. And then
That number gets you here on time.
yeah, for sure. And then there's in this head, there's no recollection of what happened other than I know I set my alarm and I'm pretty sure I woke up. And I don't know what woke me up the second time. Not real sure.
What a lie. What a lie. I don't understand. I don't
We'll give him all the pointers we can give him as far as the alarm world goes. And next one would be set the alarm and put it where you can't touch
Listen, I would love for y'all to just
it. Spend a day up there.
spend a day.
I'd probably get sick.
Just spend a day in my flip flops as I wear them here now. It's not a cakewalk, I promise you. And when you think your kids are going to bed and you I got a little relief. We got earaches. Been in the swimming pool too much. Now we got swimmer's ear over there.
Yeah, that's tough. Hey, you still got to be on time.
Your little bump. Daddy, somebody breaking in the house. I mean, with all your experiences of people breaking in, I mean, never happened. Why are you worried about it? Come on.
Oh, so I wonder when is the Ryder Cup?
No idea.
Okay, so you brought a lot.
Dude said
Dude sent me this.
shocking pick. Shocking.
Dude sent this topic for discussion. The only thing he knows is Keegan Bradley's the captain. That's
Keegan
it.
Bradley sucks.
So don't know anything else.
While we're talking
just
about
kidding.
golf, listen, I want y'all to know out there in radio land.
We've already talked about golf one time. That's the first segment.
Well, he calls me and he's like, man, I figured it out. I've got, and he does this periodically.
That's once every 2 weeks.
I figured it out, man. I've hit the ball so well. He comes, he borrows my
Launch monitor.
launch monitor that I was using for
dialing in.
and and if you're anybody out there, if your kid needs a golf lesson, hit me up. But he and I play together. He's atrocious. He's one of the worst golfers I've ever seen. But then he'll call me and he's dying over here. They'll call me and like, man, I've really figured it out. I'm striking. And he uses words. I'm striking the ball so well. I'm striking it hard better than I've ever.
Being post a 104.
He's like, man, me and my buddies been playing, man, and I'm hitting the ball so well.
I'm grinding, dude. I was out there on the range last night. I was out there last night working on my short game.
Then we'll play again, and I'm like, why are you still swinging this club? I don't get it. Just quit.
For real this time. I'm dialed in right now. Dialed in. Ready to poised to break 100 any minute now.
We need to set this up. He'd set his golf.
I was thinking last night because I was really excited about the show. I told you I was missing the show. I was really looking forward to it. But
he was right.
Boy was
he
so
did
excited
miss the show.
He did
miss the show.
Well, we should find a golfer like in Lawrence County or anybody who listens. Like, is there anybody, one man that could beat the four of us plus Law?
There's a dozen of them
in Lawrence County.
In Lawrence
Not
County, that could beat us
at all.
Probably my brother-in-law.
We could. You don't think we could scramble and beat Colin?
Mm-mm. Us four?
The four of us, yes.
No. All right, let's say we go to Green Acres. Us four in a true scramble. We're shooting
79 at best.
No. I mean, I'd give.
We might.
I'd give us
He's
9,
not
10 under.
Yeah, no, we're beating him. He's not shooting a 62 by himself. Right?
Maybe 8 under.
I mean, a 64. Even if you should, that's hard to do by yourself. I mean,
we give him a run.
Shout out to Colin. And while we're talking about golf expertise, since I've learned so much from being around Hight, of coaching. Mm-hmm. We're leaving early Thursday morning, and I'm caddying for Colin, my brother-in-law. He's playing in a Georgia amateur, and this is obviously there's so many hoops you got to get through, but this is the path you would take to qualify for the Masters, USO, all that stuff.
Let me check my phone. I'm surprised he didn't.
Well, he probably did. He probably did. So I've got the caddy for him for Thursday, Friday, and if he makes cuts, Saturday and Sunday as well. So 18 holes for your boy for 4 days. It's going to be tough on me, but he has a rolling cart, which helps.
Okay, I was about to say.
That's a big difference.
So I'll probably be the only one out there pushing a rolling cart. Everybody else will be caddying like they're supposed to, toting.
With you put it on your belt,
just
follows you around.
I want to see you in a white jumpsuit like you're at the Masters.
Yes,
dude. I remember I had one for my costume at Halloween, but gave it away.
He needs a Big Ugly Sports onesie. Could
you imagine how uncomfortable and sweaty that would be? My gosh,
that would not be good advertisement. They'd be hanging in all the wrong places.
Don't. I'm not afraid to wear my T-shirt out though if I need to. Let everybody know while I'm down there in Augusta.
Through that gray.
So we're playing at, I guess it's Augusta Country Club on whatever butts up to the Masters, where you can actually see some of the holes of the Masters. That's where we're playing. So, yeah, good luck to Colin this week as we endeavor on that. Yeah.
What kind of advice could you offer him?
Well, I've already told him none. I'll be glad. I don't really know what caddies at this level do.
Are you going to have one of those books and you look at it often?
He'll have that. He has a yardage book.
You need to pull it out and just talk to him every once in a while.
But I don't know, is this where are we wiping golf balls, wiping clubs like you see the caddies do on TV, or is that too much?
If he throws a club down, are you just going to pick it up and keep walking?
Yeah.
Are you going to have words? Or?
I mean, I got to. I'm a caddy.
What if he calls you...
He knows better than that.
Family friendly show. I'm not going to use the words that
he knows better than that. I'll leave his clothes right.
I probably the best thing you can provide him is keep him grounded. Just keep him.
That's exactly what I told him. I didn't say ground. I said encourage you. Like
you need to figure out how to be his mental. What's the word, Opie?
Regulator.
There you go. That's a good. I'll take
that's
that.
That's not what you're looking for. That's a good one.
But I'll take it. Yeah, for sure. It's better than what I had.
That's not what I had either. Yeah. Good job, Ope.
But yeah, I mean, and Colin's probably fiery on the golf course when things kind of get like we all are. Like he's one that doesn't get all that riled up because he's so bad all the time.
There's no need to.
But good golfers like me and Colin, we probably
I'm excited to just watch Colin play because I know he's really good. It'll be fun though. I mean, he'll shoot even par better probably.
That's impressive.
So
I don't think I haven't been on the show since, but Buck and I won out in our tournament the other day against you and your brother-in-law. But we just need to put that on the show. Once again.
Oh, y'all lost Hight?
Once again.
Yeah.
Which
The
course
Ride
y'all
Heights on
played the
top.
LPGA?
Hills.
The hill. The more difficult of the two.
We played the
Champion. Or whatever.
we played the one on
The
the
one.
front side of the clubhouse, like not where you go back by the range.
That's
and
where
stuff.
we
Here's
Okay.
what I would.
Yeah, that one's hard. That one's tighter.
Here's what happened.
Here we go.
And you tell me, because I know you're an honest person. Now,
He's trying to bait me.
let's
Trying to make me be honest.
Wink again.
He's trying to make me be honest. He said,
Wink
Yeah.
again, Oak.
Buck beat me is what
Oh,
happened.
here we go. Here we go.
So it's essentially a 1v1.
No,
Yeah, that's-
Buck and I both contributed. Buck is the more consistent of all four of us that were playing. He is the more consistent. You played out of your mind. You did, and you
Your
still
brother-in-law didn't play well.
He played okay too. He played well too.
He contributed some shots.
They-
and if you want to go with who contributed shots for their team, last.
So answer me this:
That's
it's
the-
obvious
that's
you and Buck were the top
debatable.
two there. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Who was the worst?
Him.
So we
Really?
ended up tied. You can't believe anything he said. We ended up tied, and then went to a chip and putt off at practice ground.
That's true.
We all lined up.
That
from
don't have
one
anything
spot.
to do with how
And
you
his
played.
chip
though.
and his putt,
My chip and my putt won the
So
play.
you won it.
and he's walking around like this.
That's kind of what
I'm not saying that I won it by myself. I'm saying you can't say I didn't contribute if I
hit the game
won
winner.
tiebreaker.
That's how kind of in my mind this is kind of the same.
The least amount of shots.
Jordan-esque the way I.
Same mindset I had when I played after high school. I played in the GACA North South All-Star game, and dude, the most selfish people on that team ever. I mean, would not get your boy the ball. So I finally get the ball one time, let a 3 ride money. This was like in the second quarter. We won by 3.
Your point.
I didn't play out of my mind. I played.
No, y'all scrambled. We were consistently in better shape than you the entire round, but then y'all would hit one really, really good shot per hole, normally an approach shot.
And that just goes to show my potential.
Short game matters, man.
Goes to
Short
show
game
my-
does matter.
I didn't find my short game till like the back 9. So, but anyway, I'm better than you. Play you heads
New
up
year.
any day.
New,
Did not win.
Play you heads up any day.
Thanks, Jill.
Yeah, I played the wrong thing there. I don't
Tell you what I do. I would put my brand new PlayStation that's still in my truck right now on the line versus you any day
Wow, Opie.
with the extra controller.
What's he got to put in?
We getting strokes
What's he got to put up?
Why would you get strokes?
because I'm so much worse of a golfer than
You are.
What would he have to put up for that to make game to happen? Because I'd be down for that. Matter of fact, I can give the live broadcast of that.
$670.
I'm out.
Dude, scared. I give you 5 strokes.
Oh, for the PS5, a new one? I know you already got one, but that gives you 2.
That's too much money for me.
That was 3 meals in Daytona.
Scary money don't make money. Oh,
You're right.
I'll give you 5 strokes. I'm not good. You're
What course we at?
You're worse.
I'm very inconsistent.
I'll let you pick the course.
Wow.
I don't know. I still don't feel good about it.
Boys, I was trying to end the show, but I was waiting for this commercial to stop, but
Still rolling?
It's still blinking right
Still
here.
blinking.
Well, we'll just keep rolling. We'll just there. Now we're good.
Okay, there we go. Let's try this again, boys.
Going round and round.
Hight, bring us home, buddy.
Wheels on the bus.
Oh man, just happy to be here. But hey, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, thebiguglysportshow.com, YouTube, TV35. Did I say Apple Podcasts? No, I didn't. And Spotify. Everywhere you can. Give us a listen. Give us a view. Give us a follow. Give us a comment. Tell your friends. Tell your mama. Tell your daddy. Whoever.
Hey, if you made it through the first segment, bless you. Bless you.
Yeah. Hey, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Gotta
Cruz
battle.
is going to be disappointed in me. I'm
Battle.
sure I'll
Oh,
hear
yeah.
about this.
Oh,
Cruz,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, and we have been talking about it. Don't write it down, but we could possibly be doing a football coach show again, so that's not for sure yet. Depends on how much I want to do it, because I know I have to carry the load. But
Mitch will not even carry anything.
thank you for listening to us. We appreciate all of our sponsors, and no matter what you're doing today, wherever you're at,
Get on that bus.
Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Wheels going round and round.